you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche, you wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper.
Yeah, do we stop crime, our country, and everywhere. That's why we do Crime Stoppers. So let's say a big thank you to them, Crime Stoppers Liberia, headed by its Chief Executive Officer, Old Man Sam Cyan. Folks, let me say good evening to you and welcome to the program, The Nighttime Spain. This is the very first edition for this week. And I'm sitting here tonight. My name is Wendell Nimne, welcoming you to this edition of the program, is where we converge to talk about our country, Liberia. And I'm telling you, it's going to be very interesting tonight. because there are trending issues we're going to be talking about on this edition of the show. So if you're home, if you're at your workplace or at your little hustle ground, I want to say good evening to you and welcome. Those of you at the hospital, nurses, medical doctors, patients, and you just name it. Those of you listening to us from the prison compound will say good evening and welcome to the program, The Nighttime Spin. And it's brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia. Shirley will join the folks in the USA to talk about Liberia. And I tell you, man, it's not easy the way things are going in our country. It's not easy. Our country is let me just put it this way. This country, Liberia, we need to pray. We need to pray for our country. We need to pray for this country, trust me. Too many things happening in our country, and those who are in authority are the ones that are breaking these laws of our country. And from my own observation, from my very own observation, the way things are proceeding in our country, if those right steps are not taken, if those right measures are not put in place, I'm telling you, we are heading for more constitutional crisis in our country. And it's going to lead us to chaos. It's going to lead us into confusion if we don't take those right steps as a country. It's going to end up bad for us. So, like I said initially, your input, my input, every one of us input can make a difference. But the way our country is going, it's so sad for us. Some of you support the ugly things that are happening in the country. Oh, some of you, it is to your taste that Liberia is going the way it is going because the decision you took got us to where we are today. And in democracy, the way of the people must prevail. So the majority took the decision, and that decision they took. Let me not, look at, the irregularities that led us to where we are today, or that led us to, that decision. But our country, the laws in our country are no longer respected because the very ones that are supposed to respect the laws of our country are the ones that are breaking it. So you and myself now, the ordinary people, we feel the burnt. We feel it. That's why I said when two elephants meet, what happens is that the grass suffered. That's the kind of situation we find ourselves in Liberia. The Joseph Boakai administration, since its inception, had led us to too many constitutional crises that got some of us afraid, that got some of us scared, because these are the things that lead us to war. You know, when you have a country that the rule of law is broken down, nobody wants to respect the laws of the country, the organic laws of our country. Nobody seems to respect them anymore. Since the inception of this government, there have been too many missteps that we have flagged even before the government could come to power. We saw these things coming, so we alerted you earlier on, but you didn't listen. You didn't listen to us at all. See where we are today as a country. When some of you felt that everything was going to be bread and butter, as soon as Joseph Boakai take over the country here, everything will be all right in Liberia. So look at Liberia now. When the courts take a decision, we don't want to respect the court. The people who want to, when they talk, then you leave your own with Ghana. We just don't want to respect them. The court, prior to coming up with this recent decision or ruling that was taken on the 6th of December, before that ruling, they said, you'll go back to status quo ante. If you have a problem, there is a way to solve that problem. If you say, oh, you don't want to work with Mr. X, follow the legal process to boot Mr. X out. But if you want to do it through a crooked means, heading for more constitutional crisis in our country. And that could lead us into serious trouble. I'm telling you. Crusoe, if you are listening, please, you are needed very urgently, because we need to link up with our guys quickly. So, Crusoe, I need some assistance. So, if we are not careful the way our things are going in the country, because I'm telling you, people are just not happy. The entire country is going through what is going through because certain people choose not to do the right thing. They have violated, they have disrespected, they have put aside the law. So we're not going to do it the law way. We'll do it the violence way. We'll violate the Constitution because we are in power. So they cannot do anything to us. Look at what happened today on the grounds of the Capitol. See the form and manner in which the police went after the lawmakers that are supporting the minority black, headed by the constitutional speaker that I know, Jonathan Fonati Kofa. See the form and manner in which the police went about today. It speaks to the fact that the president of the Republic of Liberia is not in charge, because this president of ours is not speaking to these things. We have been crying about the way things are proceeding in the country. The president doesn't say anything about it. President Joseph Boakai is not comfortable having Fonati Kofa as the speaker while he's president of the Republic of Liberia. So he's doing everything possible to have Fonati removed. It happened in the case of Alex Tyler. It happened in the case of Edwin Snow. It happened in the case of other people. But Fonati Kofa is a different person. Fonati Kofa knows the law. Fonati Kofa knows the law. So he said, I'm not going to subject myself to these bunch of rebels that call themselves majority bloc. Will follow the due process of the law. We're not going to give up. We're not going to relinquish power until the right thing is done. So if the Supreme Court, which is the final arbiter of justice in this country, can come out to say X, Y, Z, and you say you don't respect it, then who are you as a lawmaker? You know, I sat down today and I listened to Kine, and then lately this evening, I listened to Austin. And, you know, the guy said something about the opposition. The major opposition in this country now is the CDC. But as we speak, CDC is divided. CDC is divided as we speak. Do you know why CDC is divided? Have you ever sat down and asked yourself why things are going like this in my party? This is not the CDC we know. CDC is a party of togetherness. CDC is a party of oneness. But do you see the CDC like that anymore? The very CDC that want to say we go and so people will take their own t-shirt to print it out. They will voluntarily do stuff for themselves just for the love of the party. But have you sat and asked yourself why things are going like this in CDC? But sometimes when we sit here and say some of these things will blame the former president, And some of you say, no, why will you blame the former president? The former president is a man of peace. Yes, we know the former president is the man of peace, and he will always be. But some of these insignificant people that you see today around causing problem for this country, nobody knew them. They've come from nowhere. It was the very George we are men who they are disrespecting today made them who they are. That for them to be known in this country as somebody. You see, a lot of us, we don't understand the hands that feed you, you can't bite it. How will you eat tomorrow when the very hands that can feed you, you bite it? So too many things happening within the ranks of the CDC that is causing them now mounting that kind of a pressure on this government, the Unity Party government. Oh yes, when CDC was in power, we saw all kinds of things happening on their administration for the 6 years. They never rested. There were protests here, there were, disturbances here and there and everywhere in this country. People were doing all kinds of things to push this country into war. But because our president at the time was very tolerant, he decided to keep his calm and keep the country peaceful and stable. But with the kind of things that are unfolding now in the country, we see the rule of law is no longer respected. The very people that are supposed to be respecting the law, they are disrespecting the law. So you and myself, who are the ordinary people, are the ones that are going through the pain. See what lawmakers are doing. See what lawmakers are doing. The Supreme Court say X and they say A. The Supreme Court said this is the process you people need to follow. So when the Supreme Court speaks, now you leave your own with God. So to tell you how irresponsible these people are, they just don't have any respect for the rule of law. That's why they are proceeding the way they are. And it's causing problem for the country. It will stall development. It will do a lot of things. Investor wouldn't come in the country. A government that's supposed to create avenue for job opportunities is the very government that's taking jobs from people. So what's the job that you are going to create? What's the thousands of jobs you say you was going to give the people? Everything in our country is not straight. Nothing is straight because the government itself is not straight. So you expect everything to be bang. But I'd like to speak to the conscience of seditions. CDC. Do you know there are children today that are 14 years, some of them are 15. The next election, they will be eligible to vote. And they continue to see CDC as that change they want. We call them academy players. Do you know how many academy players that CDC have today that are just waiting for the appropriate time? Let me take a short break. I need to get my folks ready. My USA partner. Let me see. Let's see quickly.
Share my music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping the peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Oh yes, Crime Stoppers. Thank you very much, Crime Stoppers. So back to our conversation. CDC is the major political party in opposition political party in this country. So people are looking up to you. People are watching you. People are listening to you. But it is time that you put your feet on the ground. There are other political parties, but they are not as powerful as you are. Them are whining and dining with the power that be. So you're not going to get that support. CDC, you are strong. That handle things on your own. So will you just sit there and fold your hands and allow all these ugly things to happen in our country and you cannot take a stand? What is happening? What is happening? I'm having some issues here. I just can't connect with my guys. I don't know. This new system is kind of giving me some tough time, but I'm gonna get adjusted a day or two from now. But I don't know. I just can't see light in linking up with my guys there in the USA. But in the meantime, we'll keep trying until we can get things sorted out. But that is where we are as a country. The ship this country is taking is not healthy for us. I'm telling you. The way our things are going in the country, a lot of you happy about it. Well, that's fine. But let me tell you, people are not happy. And these are some of the things that cause serious problem in Liberia today that we are still struggling to get there. Today, we are still struggling to get there as a country. Where all these people that were around here a few months back, where are they? When the rule of law is no longer respected in our country, Liberians, we are heading for more constitutional crisis in this country. I'm telling you, we are heading for trouble. We are heading for trouble. If the right things are not done, we are heading for trouble. The courts in our country are no longer respected. The justice minister spoke the other day that we are taking laws into our own hands. We are misinterpreting the law. We are turning it upside down and making it ugly for us as a country. If the Supreme Court of Liberia can speak, my people, who else do we expect? God wouldn't come down to speak. But they are telling us, follow the due process. The thing is very easy. You say you won't work with this person. You got your own laws. You got your way of doing it. All right? The Constitution says you can't do it that way. Do it this way. Will you that the Constitution say then you're doing it the legal way? So whatever thing you come up with will stand. My guys calling me. Let me get to them quickly.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Well, they can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, and I mean you cheche, do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them.
Welcome back, folks. Shortly we'll hear from our people on this discussion. But we'll stay here, and this is very serious. It's so serious. We are into December. We can't see any sign of the Christmas being ready celebrated. And that's one of the festive seasons around the world that you find Christians shopping, going places, and having fun here and there. But the people fighting over power now at the Capitol building, the budget is still, being discussed. It's not going through the proper channel. So the thing that's happening, I mean, those of you who can read between the lines, those of you who are, people of high acute intellectuals, some of you are happy with the way you see things are going. But I'm telling you, we are heading for trouble because I foresee more constitutional crisis ahead. I'm telling you, we were here during the April 14 war, the Rest Riot, 1979, April 14. We woke up that morning to the sounds of guns. People properties were being destroyed. Human being lives were taken away. And few months later, the coup took place in Liberia when the People Redemption Council took over power from the True Wing Party that ran the country for 133 years. After 133 years, Liberia started to experience multi-party democracy. After you had one set of group running the country for 133 years, it came to an end, it came to a stop, 1980, April 12th. It didn't stop there. 13 men were put on the pole, were executed for rampant corruption. If we follow the trend of these things that took place in our country, what is happening now was some of the same things that happened that led us to war, dissatisfaction. People felt cheated. People felt that the wealth of the country were being, taken away by just a few hand of people. Others felt disenchanted. What did they do? They went to the butchers. And you know what happened to our country? 14 years when other countries were making moves, when other countries were going forward. Liberia were going backward because we were fighting war. There was no development. Countries were building roads. They were building overhead bridges. But Liberia was still fighting war. So look at our country. One of the oldest African countries. When we talk, you'll say, oh, you'll look at your country something away. We only got age, but we got nothing to show. The age part, Liberia get it. But we got nothing to show for the kind of age that we got. Yeah. Some country then, they 40-year-old, some country then 50-year-old. They not beat our time. They not pass by all that 177 years old. They're way ahead of us. Before we catch up with this day, it would take us 100 years. Can you imagine? So 100 years from now, Liberia will be 277 years. You don't expect people like Wendell to be around then. We be dead and gone. Will be history then. So you see, the age we got and the experience we got, the things that we saw in our country, that these small things were happening then, that what made Liberia went wrong, went bad. because the guys that got education, the country people that were educated then, when they came back to the country, the first thing they saw, the fault they saw on Tolbert, Dr. Tolbert, you're setting the rest too high. The very people that those guys educated, they got scholarship. Yeah, some of them were not, they did not get government scholarship. Some of them went on the pockets of some of those individuals. Some were opportune to have gotten government scholarships. But when it came back, they decided to bring problem into the country. The so-called progressive then, headed by Joseph Barker's Bremer family, G. Barker's Matthew, D. Concalo, Joe Wally, all these guys who used to call themselves the progressive, Amos Sawyer, you just name them. These were the very guys that started bringing problem into this country. Your kid Tobo, your kid 13 people. Nobody will tell you, say, those 13 people that the PRC people killing. The PRC people was instructed by the so-called progressive at the time that these people, they are financially potent, they have contacts. So if you keep them around here, if you keep them in jail, it will be a waste of time. Put them on the pole and kill all of them. Yeah, we all went to the Redemption Street at the back of the BTC where the Unification Park is today. We witnessed that execution. What did it do for Liberia? It led us to more disaster. It brought more pain on us. It brought more suffering on us. 1990, you saw it. Liberia that never knew the thing we call war. We're living peacefully. We're living together as families. You had Liberia economy growing at the time, but others saw it that no, our economy is supposed to be more than this. So let's bring war and get these people out. Forgetting to know that when you bring war, the destruction you will cause is not going to, be built or in one day time. The very infrastructure that we're depending on, boasting about as a country, were those things you people were destroying. So we fought all that war in the country. All the plenty war that we fought. What did we realize as a country? What benefit did it do for us? Yeah, some of you would say, yeah, the war came and, we got rich, we got accumulated wealth and all of that. Yes, some would say I have money, but I got broke and all of that because of the war. Yes, these things happen. We agreed. But what led us to the war? And what we're supposed to be talking. And what led us to the war? That some of it you see happening on the Capitol Hill when the executive is melting into the affairs of the national legislature. That is an independent body. Joseph Boakai is not comfortable at all working with J. Fonati Kofa. Like somebody said one time, whenever Boakai sees the image of Fonati Kofa, it reminds him of George Weah. So Liberians, we need to stand up. We need to stand up. Too many violations. Too many disrespect. and we're just sitting here folding our hands. Those days, Stanton Witherspoon would take his media, take to the airwaves, and spread bad news. And a lot of you will follow it. Henry Costa would sit on his platform and instruct you to do X, Y, Z. You would do it. CDC Liberians are looking at you as the most powerful opposition political party. Where's the legs of Jefferson Koji? Where's the legs of Akaras Moses Gray? Where are all of you? Samuel D. Twe, despite you going through a legal battle, where are you people? Why aren't you speaking out to the ills in our country? Or your one president, we had a former president, we had to talk first before your one act. This thing is more than a party thing. This is a national issue. When the rule of law is being disrespected, it has nothing to do with a particular political party. This is everybody's business. Everywhere you go, you will just hear, so disappointing stories about this government. And let me be frank with you. There are people within this government who put their country first. But when you have a leader who is not, doing the right thing, every one of you that's supporting that leader, all of you will look bad. That's how it is. Yeah, it happened during the administration of President Weah. There were a lot of you seditionists who said things about some of the people that were appointed by President Weah. That these people were not, they were not sociable. They don't have that human relationship and all of that. President Weah shouldn't keep them in his government. There are a lot of you seditionists that said it. The first thing first, Joseph Boakai took over this country. He started violating the Constitution. He started doing things out of the way. Taking people from tenure positions. Now, in the first place, Joseph Boakai started disrespecting the rule of law. When the courts were speaking, he didn't listen. He was doing his own thing. Liberia, the trend we are taking, if we are not careful, is going to be more constitutional crisis that could lead us into serious, serious trouble. We are not inciting anyone, but from our own observation, from the looks of things, we got to be very careful in our country. We saw the bloodbath that took place in this country. And I am telling you, we pray that such wouldn't happen. We are not praying for the reoccurrence of jungle justice in our country because we are talking about the rule of law. If you have issues, you are not satisfied with the way this government is going, there is a way to checkmate them, but not to take guns, because real guys, real men don't take guns. We take a bull with each other. We don't take guns. So CDC as a political party, can you imagine when I just can't believe there are people disrespecting the former president of this country. CDC lawmakers disrespecting the president, the former president. What? Some of you, nobody knew you. When I call your names, but some of you, nobody knew you. It was the presence. It was that hand that George Weah lifted. That's why people saw you and say, because of President Weah, we obey our party. Today, is that how you want to repay him? By disrespecting him? After he have made so many interventions, calling on you, disgruntled CDC lawmakers with the majority black, to go back to where you come from. It beats my imagination to see people of the same or from the same political party, going against their own. What? Is that being disciplined? Can you imagine? In other countries, you will see people protecting their own. But for us, we're going against our own. All your other CDC lawmakers with the majority bloc, you have betrayed your party. You have betrayed the trust of your party. And your days are numbered. Just to let you know. You think CDC is going to carry you anywhere again? Let me listen to my colleague Aliyu Masaleh. Let me take Aliyu. Aliyu is going to do direct because of the I just can't link up with Aliyu. So Aliyu will join us from the WhatsApp and make his input. Aliyu, is good having you share the platform with me this morning. Welcome to the show, or this night. Morning. It's past midnight.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Mr. Lehman. Thank you for the show. Yeah, I'm just looking at it, but I can get a link.
Yeah, I'm having some issues, and I'm calling the tech guy. It's like he's in bed. I thought he would have called in to, just give me some instruction, but it's kind of difficult for me. I hope to get it sorted out tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Mr. Nimle, what is happening in our country? This is disturbing. Yes, we don't really know where our country is now heading to, because everybody know Joseph Boakai, when he was campaigning in the country, that one of the things he campaigned on rule of law, rule of law, and he was there. Oh, the people, they are breaking all the laws. You see, there is no law. Those people, they are breaking the laws. Today, now we see what is happening in the country. You see, this government has become the most lawless government ever in the history of Liberia. Then Liberia was funded which year ever in the history for us to see police going at the Capitol building, brutalizing lawmakers. When we ever saw that, even the George Weah government that is there, oh yes, he was the most incompetent and reckless and irresponsible government. We didn't see this.
We never.
But Joseph Boakai, that he, with all the experience, people say, oh, the old man got the experience. He worked in government. He's going to be the best person. And they were there as George Weah was breaking the country. You see, Joseph Boakai, first president ever to come in our country to start there respecting the Supreme Court, the highest decision maker in the country, the highest body. When they make decision, everybody go by it. blame Joseph Wakai. I blame our CDC lawmaker because this CDC lawmaker, we are the majority in our house. The first thing Joseph Wakai in power, he started to respect the Constitution, the Supreme Court, and we sat down there. Josh Weah, when he came in power, when he decided to take people from any position, they told him, oh no, you can't do it. The man who came for 4 he was able to respect the Constitution, the rule of law. Joseph Wakai, who had a 22 years experience, Supreme Court said no, you have to reinstate those people, and he never did it.
Never.
Something like he finished. And I want to see this lawmaker stand there and say, oh, maybe he will try another one again. Joseph Wakai were criminally brought yellow machine in the country, but violating the public procurement law. They sat down there, they never did anything for him. All people, we expect them to know better. To show up on track. With the small children, but this other old man, no. Nothing. Joseph Wakai wouldn't think to revenge. He wouldn't think to destroy our country. If you can get a president who doesn't have respect for the rule of law, he don't have respect for the Constitution, he don't have respect for the highest court in the country, the Supreme Court. What do you expect for those boys and girls at the around LG hotel there? Those irresponsible people called lawmakers. You see? What do you expect for them? Because the president should lead as an example.
Exactly.
He can people respect the rule of law. If they could see, oh yeah, Joseph Wakai gave the power, they prepare you straight when it comes to rule of law. But he was the first person, you see, to dare respect the rule of law in the country. So can Joseph Wakai tell those people to stop what they do? He can't do it. Because they are going after what he did. He started it. What is happening in our country today? You see?
All right,
so
Aliyu.
we continue to say this that Joseph Wakai executed it to the removal of the speaker. People say, what proof you get? Today, everybody is saying that the whole world seeing it. You see, even if we can see the people beating lawmakers in our country, even we as citizens of that country, why can really encourage us to kind of when we see the country there is no rule of law, the country is governed lawlessly. You see, even the citizens there, they live in fear.
I'm telling
because
you.
if they can be beating or representing and see, you able to go protest, if the police can be brave enough to beat lawmakers, why was not for you the citizen?
I'm telling you.
Somehow you can even hear people to come there. We're talking about investors. You see, who the star investor we can in such a country where there is no rule of law. The president don't have respect for rule of law. He don't respect the Constitution and being president. Even the Supreme Court, who the investor we can in that country.
I'm telling you.
So sad for our country. Under Joseph Wakai, we don't know. 1 year has been wasted. Let's see what can happen in the next 5 years. Tell Nigeria people say they can't do nothing in 2029. We get more disaster to come in our country. In as much Joseph Wakai is the president, that old man knows nothing about governance. He don't have leadership ability. The records are there. Anywhere Joseph Wakai goes, he's destabilized. And this is what he's doing to our country today. This is so sad. Thank you, Mr. Limla, for following the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the tough talking Aliyu Masale from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. And folks, that's it. We again want to let all of you listening to us this morning, y'all see the way the country going, eh? You seen it? Well, telling some of you, y'all didn't listen. Look, one of the things that people don't understand, we are not praying for bad things to happen to Liberia. I'm telling you, I would never be among those or one of those that would pray for ugly things to happen to this country. I would never, ever. I have my children here. I have my grandkids here. So I love all of them like I love all Liberians. But it's good to speak truth to power. Let's face the fact. Let's face reality. The way the country is going, when you have the 3 branches of government at loggerheads, Then tell me what will happen to us, the ordinary people, when the judiciary make laws, the executive don't respect it, the national legislature don't respect it, or come up with a ruling. That is, when the Supreme Court come up with a ruling and it's being disrespected by the executive and the national legislature, then you'll tell me where we're heading as a country. That's a total breakdown of the governance structure. Total breakdown. So what kind of country is this? Why are people not telling this old man, our grandfather, this Baptist deacon, that he's not proceeding rightly? Why are people not telling him? Why is he interfering everywhere? Why is he after seditions? What have they done to him that he is so bitter with seditions? Why is he so bitter? Why are Joseph Boakai officials not telling him, oh man, we cannot live this country like this. We cannot behave this in this country like this. We cannot divide this country like this. It's been 1 year now since you took over. Let's try to reconcile this country and move ahead. How many of you bringing these ideas to the president? That, oh man, the way how things are happening in the country, we ourselves, we're not happy. When money comes into the country, you'll siphon it. You'll put it in your personal use. You'll divert it to your personal use. You're taking people out of jobs. You know, when you take one man from out of job, you know how many mouths you are shut down? When the government that's supposed to be creating jobs, they're taking people out of job. Can you imagine this? The rule of law is no more respected in our country under the watch of Joseph Boakai. Then we fold in our hands and we're celebrating. We're not saying people should go into the bushes or no. We not support that. We will not support people bringing war in this country. No, we'll not support that. God will expose you. God will destroy you if you ever think on search to wage war on innocent people. God will destroy you. But the rule of law, the adherence to the rule of law is no longer respected under Joseph Boakai administration. Look at the kind of mango thing that they at the Capitol. Say you get man, you go put new speaker there. The speaker said, what you put in there, ain't no the hand to live for. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? This man, Joseph Boakai, you got your legal people interfering with the justice system of the country. People going to the prison, taking people from there early in the morning, and they cannot give account of them. What kind of country is this under Joseph Boakai? An elderly man. What kind of president is this that doesn't care? Your Liberian people, anywhere people go, you're big for money. Can you imagine president saying that? How much money you would give somebody so much, Omen Boakai? The Liberian people, anywhere you go, they won't beg for money. Yeah. We have rescued you now. We don't want to rescue you, Omen Boakai. We are the ones that rescue you. Because you are drowning. And we saved you. The reason I don't come here to waste my breath on discussing Prince Johnson, because peace be to his ashes, he dead and gone. Yes, I'm not judging him. But he got what he got before he died. That's what you get when you are an ingrate. That's what you get. After coming on national radio, condemning this man, saying all kinds of things to him, and then later on, the very man you were cussing, saying things about, you decided to give him your support. And see the slap you got in your face.
Now people will use electronic and print media. They use every means to promulgate dirty propaganda. So they take advantage of that and they spread their own dirty propaganda to outpower us, to outsmart us, to dirty us around the world. So investors cannot come here because you want to come. They'll be afraid. That's their intention, not to allow investors to come. So they do all kinds of things to destroy this government image. That's what I know. Because this government cannot involve itself in killing people and killing people. President Joshua, when he became president, he opened a church.
In more recent time, and just over the weekend, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai made a statement that people shouldn't take men's job and give it to boys. He's a boy taking over a man's task in the presidency. What do you make of that?
Two things I want to say. That statement doesn't go well with me. If Mr. Weir is a boy, then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former Vice President Boakai, dropped in his heart. He collapsed. Almost died. It is that boy, because George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open.
ALC deception. That's deception right there. After you praise this man government, after you say a lot of good things about this man government, and because money turn things around, you decided to go the other way. The very man you were raining down praises on, you saw him today as a buku man. You went and said all kinds of bad things about President Weir because you wanted Joseph Boakai to be president. What did Joseph Boakai pay you with? He paid you with war or crimes court. He stopped taking your calls. He stopped responding to your text messages. You even went to the extent somebody that was awarded 27 years of Nima County, you decided to go to your colleague, another senator, to ask him, plead to the president to give your daughter's job. I thought you were supposed to be giving people job because you attach yourself to Unity Party. So I thought you were going to be giving people a job, but you were going around begging people to beg the president to give you a job. Did George Weir do that to you? I'm talking to your supporters now because you are not listening. The MDR people, did George Weir do that to you? You had an agreement and he lived up to the agreement. Positions were distributed to you. Top NEMA officials in the George Weir administration. We can call their names. But see how the late senator paid President Weir. So he got what he got because he was an ingrate. So Joseph Boakai rewarded him with a war crimes court. Stop taking his calls. Stop responding to his text messages. What we wanted from you, we already got it. So who are you? After you say, to be president at this, can you imagine all those things Prince Johnson said about Joseph Boakai? He went back to support him. Look, nobody worth dying for in this country. In journalism, they say no story worth dying for. That's how these so-called politicians, if you kill yourself beyond them, you waste your time beyond them, that for nothing. But CDC, Liberians are watching you. Liberians are watching you. Where's the legs of Moses Akaras Gray, Jefferson Tamakodi, all of you, Musa Kone, Sekou Kalasco, all of you, Samuel Toy, you just named them. All of you, where are you people today? So you're finished with George Weah now, right? Now how you want to pay George Weah, right? You're finished with him now. But let's go to the phone lines. Let's hear from you, Liberians. Those of you listening to us, so we can take a few calls and go home on the nighttime spin on Freedom FM 87.9. Those of you listening in the diaspora, if you're in Europe, you're in some part of Africa, the United States, we have a special number you can call and make your import plus 231-86-500-104. That's the WhatsApp number. It's for people outside Liberia. If you're in Liberia, you call that WhatsApp number. We'll not take your call. All right? 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. The female line is 0770-297-016. Call and make your contribution. All right. Those are the numbers that put your calls through. We are anticipating your calls. Those of you outside Liberia and those of you here in Liberia. Let's take you as our very first caller. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the nighttime spin, sir. Your name? Go ahead. Let's hear you. Have 1 minute to make your point. Okay. Okay. I know they're doing everything so that we can get the message across.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Let's talk to this person on the female line. Good morning.
Good morning, Wendell.
My Helena. Good morning, Mama.
Yeah. Good morning, Wendell. That Liberia here. That Liberia we into.
See?
Tears were coming from my eyes today. I cry. In that war time, boy, do like war time.
Telling you.
Of Capitol Hill, Wendell. What? Sedition. That you were fighting so. Police, you. Where you put your ear in? Thomas Fala. What? I'm surprised. That's how life looking. Look, let me tell you, with there, you can never trust anybody now.
No, Mama. Not at all.
No best friend. Someone para then show it to us. To treat George Weah like this, it is a blow. Money business, the money what we live in that, that what it's doing. I had no business in first speech calling tonight. Someone found out a new way you're a institution, but you don't forget it. That's shocked. 6 years that what? Already, 1 year gone already. But you must know. See, the chefs will mark you. CDC will mark you. So they will tell you again. Oh, that's how you're looking. It's too disgraceful. You are fighting history. When I have anything to say, because when I talk, I will talk. BBC.
Good night. Let's say good morning to you, my BTA. I'm told you are watching from Yekepa, Nima County. All right, so let's get back to this local line. Let's keep the local calls coming in on 0776 104 104 086 500 104, and the female line is 0770 297 016. This person, good morning.
Good morning.
You want to be on the line? You want me to cut you off? Which one you prefer?
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Okay, I'm Babita L. Stevie, calling precisely from the 8th Street.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. You see, Liberian politics is like this. They fail to realize that there is time for everyone in life. God created everyone to be equal. The fact is that George Weah as president for Liberia. His name is already in the historic book of Liberia as former president. Walker has been elected as president. You see, Walker ascending to the presidency was appointed by God. The reason here is that we never went to war before he could become president. It is his time. Let him serve the Liberian people. When his time is over, so we all want to come back, he can come back, but people are doing it like gosh. It's not necessary that way. Some of these things is wrong in society. We must love one another. People are always coming on the social media to describe Walker as an evil man. What thing have he done? Are he standing to weak?
Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Sonu Berry, calling from Broadway.
Welcome to the show, sir. Let's hear you.
Yes. I know I'm very disappointed in the party CDC. Let me report to you. I was sure I started to support that party. I was ready on the ball. I said a battle crack on one campaign up to present until I'm disappointed. It took tears from my heart today to see the party going away, to see the party disrespecting the state of Ghana. But they're not French. They say your worst enemy can come from right on your feet. And for me, if the state of Ghana cannot stay, I'm there with vote against in the country. It's better if the party not see John Weah, because most of us we not join our party because we want to join our party. We join our party because of John Weah, because of the law that we have for him. That's why we go to that party. So if they can't respect him, then that's what up without vote. And if he can't take things, and if the party not see him to be anybody, he can form a different party. We will follow him. They call to be the reaction party. We will form our own party and follow John Weah.
Okay.
To see him para. Jumping for the party when you say operation, back operation. Setting your own party to the chaos. You saw it when everyone really ever saw people leading one. I don't know how to say it because I'm frustrated. You ever see young people from early joining CDC? People took us to be like, we don't know both, we stupid, and we're talking it. It is true that we're talking it. They say people that follow CDC, they are stupid people, they don't know, and we're talking it to be frank. We're talking it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I can tell how disappointed you are. But don't turn your back on your party. Just keep praying that the right thing for your party happen. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Let me go back to this line and take this caller. Caller, good morning. I'll call you up, or you know me for that one. What do you call? You don't want to call. You just want to give us that feedback. Hello? Hello? Let me take you. Hello? All right, I'll call you up too. Let's talk to you. Hello. Hello to this person. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
We the Liberian, we just afraid, brother. Oh, brave to say that to them and yes, with this character that you have. If we just go in no more get to that building, they call capital building. All they want is us have business. No Monday 25, take all of them for job. But we the Liberian, we afraid.
For me, I don't support violence. I just feel that doing the right thing is what we want as a country. You know, we need to put their feet to fire, not to beat them, not to destroy their properties, but to checkmate them and tell them to do the right thing. If not, well, the ballot boxes will come again, and we can make a decision there. But violence is not the way forward.
Yes, but brother, if Malam Bazi will come tomorrow, he will be the same person that will stand in the rain, sun.
That's why you need to vote wisely. You vote your conscience. You know, you don't base you don't base people because you know them, are your cousin, are your dad, are your dad. You know. Yeah, I don't support that, my man. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't want us to, take that trend. There is a way that we can do it, and make sure that we make them to say something to us. Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking, sir. What's your name and where you join us from?
My name is Baman. I'm calling from Jamaica.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
Hello?
I want to ask you guys a question. You are the journalists. So what you people are doing to teach women to move natural power is not about political parties, it's not about political leaders, but what you journalists are doing educate or we the Liberian. What can we do to move natural power? It's not about George Weah, Joseph Walker, and it's not coming whatsoever.
You want to know what we can do to move the country forward, right? That's the question.
Yes.
Okay, sit by your radio. I will answer that question. Let me just take more calls, all right? I will come and answer your question. All right, so just be by the radio. Since you asked that question, I will answer it before we go. My man, I said be by your radio. We'll answer that question before we go, okay?
Okay, no problem. You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Am I clear? Good morning.
Yes, sir. You are live on Freedom Radio. What's your name and where you join us from?
I'm joining you from Detroit 14. My name is King Mohammed.
King Mohammed, go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Yeah, okay. We know the point at which our country is reaching is like when I was in school, I read a book, they call it Julius Caesar. You know, yes, when Caesar was in the Senate, when he was called upon by all of the senators, what happened? You know, with all of those who were executing or assassinating Julius Caesar, you know whose sword he felt most? It was not the four conspirators, it was his best friend, the called Brutus.
Yeah.
That's why he said, Brutus, and you too? And you too? That means with all those who are studying the same we are today in the Senate or in the House of Red, systematic offer, there are certain people's swords that would act fight or paint easy most like the sword of Thomas Fowler. Because where they took him from and where he is today, and he is stabbing the body at the back, it is so painful. That's why the Bible says the heart of men are deep and desperate and wicked. That's positive of Liberia. Have a good night.
Thank you, King Mohammed. Thank you for your contribution. Let's squeeze in maybe 2 or 3 more calls, and then we go home on this edition of the Nighttime Spain. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, and welcome to the Nighttime Spain. Your name and where you calling from?
I'm speaking to you from 72nd to be precise, Tata Zoe.
Okay, Titus, go ahead. Let's hear you.
My brother, when Jesus' disciple was behind him,
Mm-hmm.
he made them to understand that among you people, some people willing to serve me. All of them start checking on themselves. Why the old man would say somebody want to sell him? Deep down their heart, they know that Solomon, then they were there, they were having that plan. What do I want to say here is, people talk about Jowea. No, it's a great way for Jowea to go by even within two months time. Because all of the bad bugs are among the bugs. God are exposing everything to the earth.
Okay.
So that Jowea can know who is the party member.
Okay.
All that things to move forward doing. Do you know that even or Sir Joseph then, they could not ever say but say Jowea or say trusting them? The president will pass it 2 years. Jowea or Sir Joseph or Tomo Farah or Jefferson Kochi. No God, they put on their strategies. They were in the party here.
Okay.
At the same time supporting Unity Party.
Mm-hmm.
They create that people several and say no. They hear the purpose of gateway. They kind of how they call it, government strategy they use. Sir Joseph and Lee when you hear what I telling or Costa say, oh, you want to kill me. That Sir Joseph and they say they are GC, so they spoke easy to Waka.
Okay.
Today, see what is going on. When Jowea came, they don't want to listen to it. Some of them are in certain with 100,000, 50,000, 75,000. Everybody has become different or part of different society. They don't want to listen to Jowea. But God wants for Jowea to know who is who before he come back in the leadership. This is what God is showing to us.
Okay.
Then I come to the Supreme Court ruling. Whatsoever that will happen here, or they bought to, or they can call back say, oh, the Supreme Court have received some money to play with it.
So what did the Supreme Court do that make you to believe that they have received some money?
Thank you. The Supreme Court hang the case. They hang the case because of the money they received. They were unable to get a verdict.
I don't want to believe so. I think people the legal way things are spoken is not the way you and myself will just talk. They got legal interpretation. So people who are lawyers, when the Supreme Court speaks, they interpret it for us to the lowest, so that the laymen who have never sat in the classroom can understand. So I don't think the ruling that was handed down by the Supreme Court is biased. I don't want to believe so.
I tell you that it's a bias, and I can prove it.
Okay.
When you get your article, when you study, you say that you right or you wrong. If they are bound to it because they get an edge to tell those things that you wrong, you right.
But lawyers are saying that the law doesn't work that way, where they will come out to say, oh, Mr. X, you're wrong, Mr. B is right. They will just speak, and you would interpret to know, what size, is right or wrong. That's what they are saying.
So the fire that catching now, Then where the fire catching?
Yeah, Papa said not small man, Patato. Thank you for calling. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's take another person. We gotta go. Good morning.
Good morning, Wendell. How you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you. What's your name and where you calling from? We got 2 more callers to go after you. So let's hear you quickly.
Okay. Thank you very much, Wendell. This is Aquaria Betare Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah. Wendell, this morning I call you from my ERWA area. Wendell,
is this Mr. Brooks?
Yeah, this is Mr. Brooks.
Okay. It's good having you on the platform this morning, Mr. Brooks. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Wendell. Mr. Nimlan is a bad spokesman and a highly frustrating.
Okay.
To see a person who has purported himself to be the most educated, sophisticated, and quote-unquote know all, to see a kind of a person coming to leadership and then the country is going the way it is going.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And mind you, if I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joseph Yuma Boakai is the funniest among all the elected presidents we've been having in this country. If I say ODS,
yeah, the age, and he got elected. Yeah. I support that argument. Thank you.
Okay. So for him to have drive this country in this kind of direction is so frustrating. But when this is the issue, this is why the girls yesterday predicted that this child that is about to born, this is the future of this child.
Mm-hmm.
And the gods recommended that this child should be carried in the evil forest. But unfortunately, for the people of that particular kingdom, when the child was carried in the evil forest, he was set free and he went in the nearby village. And when the war rise between his original village and the village that he took rescue in, he came back and killed his own father and got married to his own mother.
Mm-hmm.
This is what is happening to Liberia. And this is what I was predicted. When it is very much frustrating again to see people that we think that they should know the law and understand it, as compared to some of us that are not even attended college. All right? And then they are circumventing the law of this republic. I think it is impeachable, and even the action of the executive today by releasing the police on the lawmakers.
Okay.
I think all those actions, they are all impeachable offense.
Thank you.
This is the issue quickly.
Yeah, you have to conclude now. There are others on the line.
The clever game that Boga is playing now, Boga now is a friend. That because when Florentine survives the particular struggle, there will be another struggle against him by the Florentine forces. So Boga is ensuring that Florentine shouldn't survive in this particular struggle.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We got that part very loud and clear. Let's talk to you. Good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to your studio guest. Good morning to all Liberians. Thank you for the platform and to the topic. I'll call it saying why people putting shaking on President Ouattara is wicked. She don't know that the president is wicked. One thing she failed to realize, or the UPC failed to realize, the power that the evil mentors, they after him. What can cause a trouble? Not on the cover, Nico, like government Nico. He get plenty of money, like brings on again. After the other class, they only another money.
Okay.
The money will go. They are shapeless people. You don't know what to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take this person, and we got one more caller to go, and then we close up. Let's take this diaspora caller. Good morning from Liberia. Yeah, good morning. It's good having you on the show. Rebecca Say, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Wanda. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you for the topic on our discussion. And Wanda, we are in a diaspora and we have our heart are bleeding.
I know.
Many times I call on your show. The reason why we who in the diaspora, we don't sleep day and night, morning, afternoon. We follow all the lives on TV or shows from Liberia is because it's where it's our country. Because where some of us live here, and a little mistake you made, you will get deported straight to Liberia. To your country, your birth country. I don't care what kind of citizenship you got in this country. But what's going on in our country? The many days I come on the show, I advise you people, you stay away from the people because the people, their motive is very evil.
So true.
What happened in the capital when it is scary?
Very scary.
One of the things that we're looking at, we can stay in the diaspora here. We marched to the capital before. We just concern Liberia, and we can still do it again. But looking at our country right now, the country is vulnerable. Only God can protect you people over there. During any time when sedition, when they got in the street and what have you, or they start to put 80 feet to the fire at that time, only were in our country. So when Ellie and Blanca police went in CDC party headquarters to kill them, the reason why they didn't finish everybody to go to the children rescue. See the disrespect that they are doing to the president, the former president. Though we are coming in the country, they're taking the whole army and carrying them to the airport. This is very scary. That's the reason why we are advising you people in sedition to stay out of the street. Let's talk on the radio. The message is going all over the world. The world is watching. You understand me? The lawmaker over there. I don't know what is really going on. We heard that ECOWAS came over there for this same saga. And then we don't know what happened. But other news, we're hearing that the president, who is Joseph Boakai, he refused to meet with ECOWAS. Why he depending on nobody know.
Okay.
Liberians, I'm telling you something before I can leave you, Papa. So the few days, the president, Joseph Boakai, went to Sierra Leone. It's one of the things that's scaring us in the place here. You understand me? What he went for, nobody know what kind of secret meeting he went for. If he break out in that country, the Sierra Leonean soldiers will run from that place and come and attack you people over there. Why your own army that's supposed to defend you people, they will be going against you. Your police are supposed to protect you, they will be killing you. So we're begging you people, we know. What we can do is to talk. The citizen that went to the pool, majority that voted the Boakai into power. And the 4,000 men or 50, the citizens that in our country, they can get together. Because this thing, it don't need party right now. The way it's training, it don't need a political party to take stand. It need the whole country. That's the only way it will raise eyebrows.
Okay.
It will raise eyebrows when you understand me? We got Teron Gongro over there. He had a broom. We are administration all day. He went to that Capitol building. He said he was sweeping corruption. Where is he? We have Ben Layure, who was calling we are administration cockroaches. Where is he? Where is Alexander Cummings?
Okay.
Give me all the political parties that were in that country. So
Okay.
I just want. Yeah, but the CDC party, let me end on the CDC party. Anybody that lead a party that betrayed Georgia, you shouldn't talk about them. I know that we are not the same, but God will safeguard that party. It will be the babies that will rebirth that party, it will happen. So
Thank
those
you.
people that doing all kinds of things over there from the party, get your leader will go.
Thank you.
For having me tonight.
Thank you, Becky. Let's take you as our last caller. We gotta go. This person, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Wendell.
Yeah, good morning. After you, we're not taking any more calls. So what's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm just Blama Kamara from the principal.
Let's hear you, Blama. Maybe after you we could give a bonus call, but let's hear your contribution in a minute.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for the poor quality of my voice.
Okay.
I'm under the weather, but we have to speak because this is like period. Whatever that affect our country, will affect us as people who live in this country and even outside of this country, because this is all what we have. You understand? This is our common denominator like here. So I can tell you for sure, brother, we develop our interest on the reverse on the basis of the kind of leadership we have in the country. President Parker is not thinking about solving the problems of Liberia, but he tried to add on to what we have already that is existing in our country. It is very sad to have such other persons, serving at the hand of power. Then you see things retrogress where he cannot even make a single statement towards the direction, but he's still there instructing ministers to go and sit under the gabble of illegal or lawmaker who have gone and form a quasi group. You understand? They're doing the work of the Liberian people. But what means? What are you doing that are profiting the Liberian people, benefiting the Liberian people? We are going to 1 year, you're not being able to make one laws, in the interest of the Liberian people.
Okay.
So we are sick and tired of this. And one of our entities from the United States saying that we should not do anything about it, we should speak on the radio. If we just leave everything with the people, our country will continue to just go down the drain, and nothing will be done. We'll die and go, another generation will come and exist with similar problems. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Blama Kamara. Let's take you, this person, as our bonus caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you. You give us feedback, I will have to cut you off. Oh.
Yeah, my name is Joseph F. Kennedy.
Go ahead, let's hear you quickly.
Calling from Banazir Estate.
Go ahead.
Appealing to the former president, Mr. George Emmanuel Weah of Liberia. I just want to appeal to him to take and ask the Almighty God to comfort his mind, to take courage. That your best enemy is your best friend. What happened in the land of the Republic of Liberia? The betrayers, they were not far from the George Emmanuel Weah. So I just want to ask the Almighty God to comfort his mind, for him to be patient and wait for another time.
Thank you.
Let the citizens take courage and keep to their faith. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And folks, that's all the time we've got to be with you on this edition of the Nighttime Spain. We'll be here later on tonight at 11 o'clock with another presentation. Thanks to all of you for listening. Thanks for, your comments. Thanks for taking up your time to call in and make your contribution. Again, Liberians, our country is going down. We need to rise up. So checkmate this government, put their feet to fire. Let us not give them space. Let us just mount pressure. Let's make sure the rights, the rights of the people are protected, respected. Let the rule of law be respected, and all of the violations being meted out against people in this by this government, we should also make sure we put their feet to fire. Joseph Boakai is not above the law. He is our president. We can disagree with him. We'll not insult him. We'll not use bad words on him, but we put his feet to fire because he owes it to us as a country. He's our president. So when we are not happy with the way he's carrying our country, we can tell him, say, "Look, Mr. President, you need to stop. If not, we know how to put your feet to fire." That's all. We shouldn't pray for guns to enter into our country. You'll start praying for war in this country. No, war is not good. Thank you. We'll be here later on this evening. Until then, do have a pleasant good window. Name today's edition of the program, time spent. All right, so we going home, and this is how we go home today.